Hey nerds, it's Pam from Stationery Nerd. Okay, today is January 3rd, so let's set up our 2026 journal for the year. And we're going to do that together, and hopefully it's not going to be too chaotic. So I did a bunch of prep work ahead of time, and I want to show you what I've got so far. But first of all, I think you probably already guessed from the last video that I'm going to go with the Stalogy. Crazy, I don't know, I spent $80 on new journals with the Wonderland and the Sunny Schedule book, and then I went with one that was already on my shelf. I mean, I did buy another B6 Stalogy only to discover later that there was one already on my shelf, so I didn't need to buy it. But anyway, so we're going to do this. I've already done a little bit of prep work and identified what needs to go on which pages. And I got a little excited last night and actually drew out January, and then I stopped myself. I'm like, wait, I need to show the nerds what I'm doing. So there's that. Also some plans for the back. So let's do this together. Now I'm gonna put a video in here. Let me just show you this stack and then we'll cut to the prep work that I've done. Let's start at the beginning. It's a very good place to start. Okay. Inside, I like to choose a decorative scrapbook paper, and not because I love scrapbook paper, but because I have so much of it, and so this is a really good way for me to use it. So I've chosen this Maggie Holmes Woodland Grove. I have no idea how old this is, where it came from, but I love the pattern, and I love this green that goes with it. So we are going to use that to decorate some of the pages. So deco page in the front and back cover, and then it may be used throughout as well. Okay, so bottom to top. If lost, here, let's put this aside. If lost, please return. I like to do my value statement and my core values. I think that's slated to go in the back, yes. And then my most used page is my color cheat sheet for my businesses. So Stationery Nerd is one of those business ventures, and I just have this cheat sheet that I print. And then I have a size cheat sheet, and then I like to do year at a glance. I wonder why I don't have 26. Guess I need to fix that because I don't have a 26. Weird. Oh shoot, the cat is back. All right, and then because this is my business planning journal, in addition to some personal task stuff, but mostly it's about business, I do have a quarterly future log, which I have gone through and identified special holidays or observances that I need to keep track of. So these are like stationery, like National Sticker Day is coming up January 16th. World Friendship Day. That sounds like a really great thing to make a post about. So this is really like a marketing reminder calendar. And then I have my my word of the year. So I'm going to do a whole other video on this. So right now, just know that I printed this on my Lane photo printer. It's 4x6 print. I always pick a word and then describe what it means to me, and then that becomes like the beginning of my page for the year. And then I pulled these stickers from Tyrian Design because I needed it for the January spread. So these are in the pile. So I did some B-roll of me prepping all this, so you'll see it sometime along the way. let's begin. The other thing that I need, so let's do the deco pages first. I've already cut these. Need to grab my little paper punch, my corner puncher, because these are going to fit perfectly already. Okay, let's talk about adhesive. Look, I grabbed the nail polish so that I could give myself a little manicure before I got on camera, and then look what I did. Didn't do it. So I have a couple of different adhesive options. So this is my tried and true. This is the Scotch ATG 700, and the adhesive roll gets loaded in here, and it's basically what's used in framing shops. But I also have these, which is just double-sided sticky tape that is in a roll like washi tape. And so this is normally what I use when I'm traveling, but sometimes when I need to get into a tricky spot, I use this as well. So both of these are out here and available. All right, so first things first, we're going to do the front, inside front pocket, or inside front cover. Okay, so this is perfect. Now I need to punch this corner. I don't know. I'm sure that you guys don't want to listen to me chatter the entire time, so feel free to mute me if I get too annoying, because I don't normally do these kind of big, long planning deco sessions. I don't know. Tell me if you love it. I tend to get annoyed with myself just listening to myself talk. So, yeah. So this tape gun works great because it just lays down. I've got 1/4-inch tape in here. And if I'm paying attention, then it actually goes really well. But when I'm talking and whatever, so you can see that I've got tape all along each of the edges. That bottom one is a little crooked, so we're just going to do that. Okay. And then I always put like a heavier weight cardstock scrapbook paper up at the covers because I want the extra rigidity on the cover. So that just adds a little bit of stability there. All right, same thing with the back side. Let's just see how we do. Yep, this needs to be trimmed just a tiny bit as well. I always have to lay it to figure out which side needs to be rounded. I swear, this is the best hole punch ever. Probably needs to be cleaned out, but and it's got ink. I don't even know. It's a mess. So you may be asking why I use this big old honking tape gun. So the one that I had before this was red, and I had that when I was doing scrapbooking for other people. So I had a scrapbooking business where people would give me their photos and I would make the pages for them. And this proved to be the most economical option for adhesive. When you do a lot of scrapbooking, you go through a lot of adhesive. And so that was the best option for me. It's still pretty cheap. The tape gun itself, not cheap, but that last one lasted me 20 years before it broke to the point where I couldn't function with it any longer. So I feel like that I got my money's worth out of it. Okay, let's find my, so right here at the top in the front, I like to put my if lost, if found, please return. Now there are lots of different tape runners that I love using, but because of the way that I do planning, where I like to have it around all of the edges, all the way to the edge, I tend to go through a lot of it. So The most economical way for me, in the way that I use adhesive, is to use this. Okay, so word of the year. I have not picked out my colors for this, so it will go here. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go find some scrapbook paper because I have not picked. Okay, I found some paper. Picked up this pack of Park Lane paper from Ollie's outlet. I think it was from Joann's, but lots of good neutrals in here. So that's what I pulled from. You'll notice that I have all printed pages. I know that there are people who love drawing everything out and setting up all their planner pages or their journal pages at the beginning of the year, and they spend weeks and weeks and weeks doing it. I mean, I heard somebody say that they start their journal set up in October and then they set up the entire year. I do not have the patience for that. So instead, I keep a document. I'm a graphic designer, so I have graphic design software that I use to build these pages. I feel like I need another color to go with this, so we're going to see what's in here. Anyway, so so many of these pages are nothing more than I just printed the same pages that I used the year before. So not a big, I don't have the time, or I don't know, I probably have the time. I don't have the patience to do all of that drawing in my journal. So instead I print, oh, this right here. This right here is nice. So that's what I do. All right, I am gonna be very imprecise here. I'm gonna take about that much, and I'm going to just cut those. All right, let's do the one at a time. All right, that looks nice. How do I mean, this is all random. You are seeing this in real time. This is what I do. I am not precious about, I feel like this needs to be, maybe this needs to be, okay. All right, so, I mean, I make quick artistic decisions. I don't hem and haw. There's a big long cat hair right there. And I just lay it down, make a decision, and go. All right. And this is a photo paper from Lane. They do not come as sticker paper. I'm going to do this one in the bottom corner. I'm going to run out of tape, so you're going to see how this gets refilled. This right here. I'm not sure that I love the rounding because I did print it with a border, but too late to change it now. Okay. Do I have any washi tape that goes with this? perfect card here. Perfect that it split on its own. So we're just going to use that on the other side as well. And this is just, I mean, this is just stock imagery that I downloaded from the stock site that I subscribe to for my design business. And so I did not draw that or do anything fancy. I just knew that I wanted an anchor, and so that's what I did. Okay, so there's my word of the year. All right, moving on. So the size sheet goes here and the color goes here. And we're just gonna stick this about to run out of tape. I accidentally bought the smaller rolls of adhesive refills for these, so it seems like they go really quickly, which is not normal. Usually I buy the big ones. Actually, maybe I didn't accidentally buy it. Maybe I found a deal on the small ones and thought that it was a good idea. Actually, I think I don't want to sit this down. And we're going to do that. Let's pull. So this lime green is the main brand color for my graphic design business. So that's why you'll see that quite often. So obviously yellow is Stationery Nerd. The green is Trumbull Design Studio, which is my design business. And blue is it's called Freedom Questing, and it's kind of a little experimental project that I've been working on that's kind of stalled. Maybe you'll hear about it another day. All right, that gives this edge a little bit more stability because I refer to this page all the time, daily, or multiple times a week. Okay, so this is where I screwed up. So where's my year? So I meant to print 26 and 27, but somehow I did 27 and 28. I don't want 28. So what I'm going to do is put this here and then print another 26, or print a 26 at some point. So I'm going to position this along the top edge. Oh, out of tape. All right, so let's just set that aside. Actually, let's set this aside. And just so that I can finish this off, I'm going to use this other tape. So this is really good to use when you're traveling because it's just the same size as a roll of washi, and it goes a really long way. Like I can take 2 rolls of this and it works for my entire travel journal for a week. It's just a pain in the butt because it's got this paper on it, so you end up with a lot of trash to get rid of if you're doing it on the go, like at a cafe or on a cruise or something like that. So but it's convenient to have, and I've got a bunch of them, and so might as well use these until I can go fill the other one up. Okay, so 27. I'm going to put this along the top edge. Okay. All right, and apparently 26 needs to get done. And then this goes here. Okay, but I need to get some new tape. So we're gonna move this off. All right. All right, so this is what the adhesive looks like. And you just open this up. Take the little guard off. There's my end. All right. Now I always have to look because there's a little arrow here. Oh, this needs to come off. And it goes up and over. And then around this spot. And then there's a little bit of adhesive there, so it sticks to itself. And then this goes back on. Okay. And then this, actually, I like to cut this with my finger just so that there's a break there. Make sure this is nice and snug. As easy as that. All right, so let me just give you a demo on how it works. Okay, and then so what you do is you sit it down to seat it, and then you pull the trigger, which is right here, and then you pull it back to itself, and then when you are ready to end, you release the trigger and pull up to cut it off, and then you've got a line of adhesive. And it's really smooth and fast. I love that. I mean, I know that they made some smaller ones specifically for scrapbooking, but I don't know. I never actually purchased one because the one that I had was working fine. And then if you get a little bit too much, get a little too crazy on the edge, I just like push it over to the edge. All right, same deal. Because I print all this stuff, it makes it so easy to set up a new journal. And I've done this for so many years that I have created a whole system for what works for me in a journal and how I use it. And it works in every size. Like I've got a version of this color cheat sheet in A5, A6, B6, B6 Slim. I think that's it. Oh, and 8.5 by 11. So it's easy for me to say, oh, I'm in a B6 this year. I'm going to print this version of it. And same with this. I've got this contact information thing on multiple different sizes. All right. And then here's January. So I have stickers coming that I will use for future months. But in this, since it's not here yet and it's not slated to be here until the middle or end of January, I just drew it out this time. And then this I will put, I don't know what yet. Probably like my monthly goals or a master task list or things that I want to accomplish. And then I'll start my dailies. And then when I get to the end of January, I will do another monthly of February. So this back cover will go into the leather journal. So then this will become the thing that I stick this to. So it's going to go right here. So I need this page to be pretty substantial. And I probably should not have cut that green piece of paper, but it is what it is. So we're going to just figure out a solution. So let's just put this green on the edge. So this is a little sloppy. So this goes here. And then I really wanted to use this. So maybe this becomes some type of patchwork. I'm just gonna put that there and see what happens. Put it on the edge. Now I have another one of these. I think I'm going to put this green on this side because this value statement has green. Okay, and now let's figure out how to finish this off. Kind of want to use some version of this other side. I think I'm just gonna piece this together and make it seem like it's a full page. Okay, now I never remember. I think I like it a little bit higher. Let's see. Stick a pen through here. Let's not pick this one for right now. Let's put this pen through here. So I like it about here. Okay. See what that happens. About centered to that extra piece. Okay. You can buy these on Amazon by the pack. So don't get the ones that are like $9.99 a piece. Get the ones that are in a pack for $9.99 and you get like a dozen or 8 or something like that. At the end, when I'm finished with this journal, I sometimes pry this off for storage, but in the meantime, this is my preferred method. Okay, so let's take a look at how this turned out. Oh, maybe I should look at the way that I am centered. I hope that I haven't been uncentered the entire time. Geez, sorry about that. So the next big question, which I'm not going to answer today, is how my dailies are set up, and so we'll do that another time. But over the time that I use this, I'll add stickers to the outside cover, but for today we're just going to leave it. So this is what my journal looks like. So anchored is my word of the year. Cheat sheet for journal sizes, A sizes, B sizes, and then all the little miscellaneous things. And then my color codes. Need a 2026 calendar. I have one. I just need to print it. 27. Special holidays for the year. And then January. Put goals here and then start January 5th, which is a Monday, goes here. Okay, and then in the back, this will become a pen test page or a scribble page, and then values and core, my value statement and my core values. If you want, I can cover that on another thing and how I came up with that. And then back cover, which will probably get stickers throughout the year. So then let's put that into my cover. So this is the hand-stitched leather tee. You'll see a video that I just recently did that shows you how I got this ready. So cleaned it with some light water and added some conditioner, and it's all clean and fresh and ready to go. And I also found out that this is the hand-stitched leather tee in the Stalogy B6 size. So all of that angst that I had over the size of the journals all had to do with the fact that I bought a journal that was, or a journal cover that was specifically designed for a Stalogy B6. Anyway, so there I am, ready for 2026. So would love to hear what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to jump down in the comments and we can chat about them. And then I will be ready when Monday comes around. Today is Saturday, so we're ready to go. All right, that's it for now. I will talk to you later. Bye.